Good morning and welcome to the Perkins Garage's YouTube channel for a Ford Fiesta ST Line MHEV walk around video. But before we get stuck into the walk around, why don't you hit on the subscribe button and never miss a moment of the Perkins Garage's content ever again. So this here is a magnetic grey Ford Fiesta ST Line MHEV. So that is a mild hybrid electrical vehicle. What that means for you is there's no plugging in, there's no charging, you just simply get in it, drive it like any other normal vehicle and get some very good MPG out the back of it. This one is currently displaying just under 50 MPG after the last 3,000 something miles, so very competitive MPG, and that is thanks to the 1 litre EcoBoost engine that produces 125 PS of power. This variant features the 7-speed automatic gearbox that powers obviously through the front wheels. The vehicle is registered on a 72 registration, meaning we're taking Ford warranty all the way with us till September 2025. The vehicle itself is on just under 4,000 miles, 3,800, but I'll get the exact number on the dashboard in a moment. So without further ado, let me walk you around this beautiful magnetic grey Fiesta ST Line. The first port of call is getting the remote central locking key and displaying that in all of her beauty. Clicking on the unlock button will in turn wake up the daytime running lights. So a quick disclaimer, they're going to be flashing in your video simply because the frequency in which my camera records at. But let me assure you, in real life they're not flashing, they just give you ultimate visibility no matter the lighting condition. Like now, for example, on the brightest of November mornings, they are still perfectly visible. So inside those headlights are the Ford LED headlights. I don't know if you can see that, Ford LED headlights there, so you've got some fantastic quality headlights. As we're making our way around the bumper, I'm always a fan of a gloss black front grille, and this is no exception. That looks lovely. And that is the two-way colour scheme really, with the gloss black and the magnetic grey. Moving ourselves around swiftly to the offside front wheel, we can see the first 17-inch 5 Y-spoke design alloy wheels, and they're in again like a slightly lighter grey colour. And just to the right hand side you can see the silver painted brake calipers. The tyres fitted on here are some Continental Eco Contact 6 tyres, and again, doing such low mileage, they're in fantastic condition. Could I just draw your attention north quickly, because up here in the windscreen we have an abundance of sensors. The first one is a light sensor, so as the sun goes down and the moon comes up, your lights will come on automatically. Further north we have a traffic speed sign recognition sensor, that long one at the front, and as you go past the speed sign, that will be then displayed on the dashboard ahead of you. You can use this in accordance with the intelligent speed limiter fitted to the vehicle, all part of the driver assistance pack, which I shall cover in a moment. The left hand side is a light sensor, so that is for the automated headlights, and the right hand side is a rain sensor, used for the rain sensing wipers. Coming back down to earth now, we're going to start to make our way around the body. So noticing that we have rear privacy glass stretching all the way around the rear of the vehicle. Again, that two-way colour scheme with the black and the magnetic grey. So at this stage of the video, I'm going to be standing at the offside rear. I'm going to try and adjust the light slightly for you. And I'm just going to shimmy the camera down the offside of the vehicle, hopefully giving you nice reflections, showing you how beautiful all of the bodywork is. Then we can link that back round to the offside rear, hopefully giving you a good view of that as well. This Fiesta is fitted with rear discs, for those of you who are interested. As we're moving our way around the rear bumper now, we have rear parking sensors, which give you an intermittent beep that shall increase in frequency as you get closer to the object behind you. We'll have a look inside the boot in just a moment, but before we do, we're going to give the near side the exact same treatment. So we're going to start nice and high, just gently rock the camera to and fro to just show you the bodywork. This is a very clean vehicle with no damage on it whatsoever. To the near side rear now, we have another beautiful alloy. Now we can follow that all the way to the near side front wheel and give you a good look at that also. So just to confirm, a matching set of 4 Continental Eco Contact 6 tyres, 17 inches in diameter. Okay, so that is the exterior taken care of. If we have a look inside the boot, so we have a release point underneath the 4 badge, otherwise you can double click on the bottom button on the key. So The rear boot space on a Fiesta is a bit like a TARDIS, really. It's a very large volume. I think this is why the Fiesta has been so popular for so long. Big enough for all of life's adventures, so you can get, suitcases, school bags, dogs, and a really like a young chimpanzee, I reckon. If you stole one from the zoo, that'll fit there, no problem. Underneath this boot liner here is a space over spare wheel. That's got another Continental tyre fitted on it, and I believe this is 14 inches in diameter. Underneath the spare wheel will be all the relevant tools and jacks needed to change the wheel on the side of the road. So that is the boot taken care of. Now let's have a look inside the rear. So we have the ever beautiful ST line interior. So we have the hard plastic on the door cards. It's going to be very durable and it's going to last you the test of time. 4 electric windows on this vehicle, so you have one control on every door card. Yes, the seat does go further forward. Me and my long legs were just doing some photographs, and I may or may not have forgot to put the chair forward again. So you do get more leg room than that, but that's an example of all the way back. And maybe if you look at the left-hand seat, that should give you an example of it in a normal position. Okay, so looking at the seats, this has the cloth interior. So you've got the dark charcoal with a lighter grey in the middle. So it's going to be very comfortable, very durable, and it's also got this lovely ST line red stitching all the way around it. If you require the ISO-fixing seats for the smaller humans of the world, we have one on the near side rear and one on the offside rear. So very nice to keep the kiddies nice and secure. So that's inside the rear. Let's now have a look inside the front. On the driver's door card, we have all 4 window controls. We have the window locking for the rear, and we also have the electric mirror controls just here. Interior locking can be found just left to the door handle. Spinning the camera around once again, have a look at the front 2 seats. My seat obviously very laid back, and the front seats also come with this lovely red pattern down the middle. They are manually controlled, so we have a rear tilt, a height adjustment, and the forward and back is done on the conventional rail underneath. I'm just going to jump inside the vehicle now, which you may hear a little bit of distortion on my microphone, so please just bear with me for a moment. Okay, now we're inside the vehicle. We have the keyless engine start-stop button, so foot down on the brake, click the button once, and that'll gain us power to the vehicle. So to begin the interior tour, we're going to show you around the dashboard. So to begin, we can go to 2x zoom, lower the brightness ever so slightly, and turn the air conditioning down. Okay, so the left hand dial is an RPM times 1000. This counts the revolutions of the crankshaft, which is also known as the output power of the engine. At the bottom there we have a coolant temperature sensor, we have the gear selector indicator, and we also have the fuel gauge. To the right hand side we have an analog speedo with miles per hour around the outside and kilometers an hour in the middle. That red light at the bottom is a handbrake warning sign, because the handbrake is on. In the middle we have a digital driver display that I'm going to be controlling using the arrows up and down, the return and the menu button on the right hand side of the steering wheel. So if I just take you back to zoom and back to lower brightness. So to begin with, I said I'll get the exact mileage, and the exact mileage is 3,797.5 and the temperature is 7 degrees. So we have your phone connectivity on this screen here, so if you have your device connected via Bluetooth, this is where the information shall be displayed. Then we can go into information. So in information you can check all things such as tyre pressures, your oil life, local hazard information, seatbelt warnings, and also auto start stop. Back down here we're into a trip computer. So just for an example, this vehicle, I don't know who was driving the 3,792 miles, but they've been taking it nice and easily, as you can tell by the 49.7 mpg. Well, I'm actually certain if you drive it even better, you'll get well over 50. So that's the trip computer 1, but we also have a trip computer 2 on here as well. This is my view. So inside my view you can pretty much adapt to see whatever you'd like to see, including all the things currently read out on the screen. Back down, this is into the driver assistance. Again, I'll cover this in a second, but this screen is referring to the cruise control. Then we're back down to navigation. So if you had your sync navigation programmed and set, you can have the directions appear in front of you. Then we're back down to music, so your audible. So if you had maybe your Bluetooth audio or Apple CarPlay, this is where the music will be displayed. Then we're back down to the phone. So that's a quick tour around the display that we're looking at. Now we can progress to the steering wheel. So we've covered the buttons at the top. The buttons below are a voice command, a pickup, a decline phone call, and a previous and next song function. To the left-hand side of the steering wheel, so you have to find out how to get rid of some of that light. My camera needs a hat, so I've decided. Please just bear with me. That's possibly, there we go, fix a solution. Think of solutions, there we go. So this is the controls for the cruise control found on the left-hand side of the steering wheel. As you can see, going from left to right, we have a cancel button. We can set the speed using the little toggle button in the middle. We also a resume on there as well. So it's nice and easy once your speed is set to cancel and resume the session to flick it on and off. Maybe you need to lose a bit of speed, so you can cancel, then reset the speed. The limiter is found bottom right, and at the bottom of that cluster we have a volume minus, a plus, and a mute button. Before we come away from the screen entirely, I just want to zoom in quickly, if that will focus once more, because on there we do have 3 selectable drive modes on the vehicle. So we have the normal drive mode, we have an eco drive mode, and equally we have a sport mode. So I just thought I'd make reference to that before showing you the buttons down in this console. So to begin, in the section here we have a nice cubby hole with a USB-A port. This would be ideal if you're planning to use Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, because your cable can sit through that nice little gap there, causing it no tension whatsoever, so it's not going to be tethered or being stretched, and then you can reside your phone either in a cup holder or in the cubby hole down there. That's completely up to you. But cup holders, they've got a nice spring tension there, so you can put your cans in, your McDonald's cup, your Red Bull, whatever you like, but it's not going to go flying when you go around the corner. I'm a big fan of this simple concept. Down there we have the left hand button, which is the mode button, which I referred to a second ago. We have a traction control on and off, and we also have an automated start stop button. That will turn obviously the system off. Here is the control for the 7-speed automatic gearbox with a release trigger at the front, foot on the brake, and then you can put it down to the relevant drive position. In reverse, this will trigger the rear parking sensors, so then you'll get that intermittent beep that'll increase in frequency as you get closer to the object, or hopefully where you're parking to. So the left hand side we have a 12-volt socket, and the right hand side we have another USB-A port. So that's 2 USB-A ports, and they deliver 2.1 amps of charging. Either of these will be a perfect data port for the Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. Looking further north quickly, we have the controls for the heating, ventilation and air conditioning. So to the left hand side is fan speed, to the right is your temperature controls including max air conditioning and max front demist. In this middle section here we have the electronically heated windscreen, we have the master on and off, rear demist, different flows of vents are found in the middle with recirculation and air conditioning found to the right hand side. Moving the camera up now to the sky, and hopefully I'm going to find a way to make this not too bright for you all. Okay, I think that's quite a good place, but then I need my left hand again. Please just bear with me, this is the beauty of live video. We do this in one take, everyone knows the rules. Okay, so I'm going to have to go back to my other hand here. Okay, I hope you're all laughing at home, because this is rather hilarious. So this is the home screen for the sync module. So what we can do from here is we can see we have audio bottom left. So on audio we have various different sources which are top left, including FM, DAB and Bluetooth audio. Down in the phone section, this is where you can connect your phone via the Bluetooth, and then we have the ever faithful sync navigation. I use this all the time in my vehicle. It's never let me down. For example, you'd like to come to Perkins Garages to have a look at this Fiesta. I can't blame you. Click the search box and before you know it, the keyboard has loaded. And check how responsive this is as well. Charlie Mike 77 6 Sierra Alpha. No delay whatsoever. Click the search box, it shall speak to the GPSs up in the sky and navigate you a route. I would click start, but it might start shouting at me because I'm already here. But when you click start, don't forget you can have the directions appear on the screen ahead of you. That's the navigation taken care of. Next, if we go into settings, I would like to draw your attention to the driver assistance pack. And in the driver assistance pack, we have the speed limiter, which you can set to intelligent. So back to my little speech earlier about the traffic speed sign. And we have a lane keeping system. We have a traffic sign recognition. My apologies. Wrong way alert, park pilot, and also a driver assistance. So we've got a lovely driver assistance pack on board. If we come out of there now, we go into vehicle, and you scroll down, and that is where you shall find wipers. So this is the automatic wiper function, range sensing, lighting, and that is auto high beam. So you've got tons and tons to go out on this screen. So what I'm going to do to just leave you with this screen is, because it's an automatic vehicle, you can have loads of features connected with the Ford Pass app. So if you don't know what that is, pop it into Google, and it's a fantastic system on automatic Ford vehicles. There's loads you can do with it, such as remote start, but that'll be a conversation another day. This screen is also fully supportive of Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, one of the main selling points on any modern vehicle these days. Some people won't buy a car without it. And what Apple CarPlay or Android Auto is, if you didn't know, it will mirror your software on your phone or smart computer in your pocket onto this screen here. So we cannot be using your phone whilst you're driving around, so we're going to take advantage of the technology in your pocket. So it'll mirror your phone onto this screen here. So from that voice command button that I previously mentioned, you can click on that, and that will activate your voice assistant. So 95% of all smartphones have a voice assistant. So for example, if you have an Apple product, that will be Siri. So I can activate Siri and ask Siri to do whatever I like. So whether it is phone home, send a text message, ask it a random question such as what's the weather like next Tuesday, it's all hands free. There's more advantages of that, another one being it will charge your phone as you're going along, but mainly it's keeping your hands off your phone whilst you're driving. Whereas we do have a beautiful Ford navigation system on the vehicle that will never let you down, it also gives you the ability to use Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, or Apple Maps, Google Maps, or Waze. Got there in the end. That's about it for me today. Thank you very much for watching this video. If there's any other information you need about this vehicle or any other vehicle we have in stock, give us a call, 01376 550 899. Please subscribe if you've enjoyed the video, like the video, and even leave us a lovely comment below. Look forward to speaking to you again. Bye bye for now.